Sister Wives Meri Brown finally reveals truth about her divorce. Sister Wives stars Cody and Meri Brown have officially said goodbye to their spiritual marriage. But as viewers recall, they already left their legal marriage behind long before. At the time, Meri insisted it was her idea to divorce Cody. But was that really so? Read on to see what other viewers think actually happened. Viewers think Meri Brown was forced to volunteer to step down as legal wife. In a now-deleted Reddit post, the OP suggested that Robin Brown was planting the seeds of divorce in Meri's head the entire time. They insinuated that Robin was gaslighting Meri. After all, Meri was the one who initially brought up divorce so Cody could marry Robin and adopt her children. But was this true? Or did Cody and Robin manipulate Meri into offering to legally end her marriage? No, Meri was talked into the legal divorce. Didn't they state on the show that it was talked about and that Meri volunteered? Cody? Another Reddit user chimed in. She was so devastated when signing the papers in the lawyer's office. It wasn't just shuffling papers. Meri also stated that Cody was playing nice for about a month after the divorce and then, my interpretation, kicked her to the curb. I could see Janelle or Cristin confirm at some point that the divorce story, as we saw it on the show, was fake. In recent episodes, Meri confirmed that Cody said she would earn his love when she checked off his list of to-dos. He never really authentically loved her, was offering up a legal divorce on the list. Viewers agree Cody and Robin Brown were most likely to blame. Overall, viewers seem to agree that Cody and Robin heavily played a role in manipulating Meri. Other Reddit users wrote, "The fact that Meri cried is proof that she saw the legal marriage as a trophy she could hold over the other wives. She even had the certificate framed and hanging on her wall. It shouldn't matter who is legally married to him. Only the spiritual marriages should count. Unsure initiate a legal divorce so Robin can have it was on the list of things Cody gave Meri that she needed to do. So yes, Meri initiated it, but not really. It was fake. Does anyone really think Meri was thinking about doing it, unprompted, for 2 years and actually contacted a lawyer and had the paperwork drawn up as a surprise for Cody? No, she was so upset signing the papers while Cody and Robin were trying to contain their excitement. It was pathetic. Meri Brown sat on the edge of her well-worn couch, the kind of furniture that bore witness to countless whispered conversations, hushed arguments, and tearful nights. The sun streamed through the window of her cozy Utah bed and breakfast, the Lizzie's Heritage Inn, casting long golden beams that seemed to spotlight her resolve. This was the day she had promised herself she would speak her truth, not to the cameras, not to Cody, not to her former sister wives, but to the world. For years, fans of Sister Wives had speculated about Meri's emotional state and her reasons for staying in a marriage that appeared to drain her spirit. To some, her loyalty seemed admirable. To others, it was a cautionary tale of self-sacrifice gone too far. But the truth, as Meri knew, was far more complicated. She took a deep breath and pressed record on her phone. The red dot blinked at her, urging her forward. "Hi, everyone," she began, her voice steady but tinged with emotion. "I've thought long and hard about how to share this, and I realized the only way to do it is to just be honest. So here it is." The pause that followed was heavy, pregnant with the weight of years spent in silence. Meri's mind raced back to the early days of her marriage with Cody Brown. She had been his first wife, the one who stood by his side as he embarked on his vision of a plural family. Back then, she believed in the dream just as much as he did. They were young, idealistic, and, in her eyes, deeply in love. "When Cody and I got married, I truly believed we'd grow old together," Meri continued, her tone softening. "I believed in us, in the family we were building, but over time, things started to change. Not just between us, but within me." Meri's gaze drifted toward the framed photo of her daughter, Mariah, on the mantel. Becoming a mother had been one of her greatest joys, but also a source of profound pain. The struggle with infertility that followed Mariah's birth had left her feeling inadequate in a family that prided itself on expansion. And then there was the emotional chasm that grew between her and Cody, a divide neither could seem to bridge. "I've been accused of holding on too long, of not knowing when to let go," she said, a trace of defiance creeping into her voice. But what a lot of people don't understand is that it wasn't just about Cody. It was about me trying to hold onto a version of myself that I thought I'd lose if I walked away. The truth, as Meri now saw it, was that she had been grieving not just the loss of her marriage, but the loss of her identity within the family. The shift became undeniable when Robin joined the family. Cody's attention and affection seemed to gravitate toward his youngest wife, leaving Meri feeling like a shadow of her former self. Her attempts to reconnect, including the ill-fated catfishing scandal, only pushed Cody further away. That scandal, Meri admitted, shaking her head, that was a wake-up call. Not because of what happened, but because of how Cody responded. He didn't want to fight for us, and that's when I realized I was the only one fighting. Over the years, Meri's resilience became a double-edged sword. She poured her energy into her friendships, and her personal growth. But the family dynamic continued to weigh on her, particularly the tension with Cody and Robin. The other wives, Cristin and Janelle, had started to find their own paths, and Meri couldn't ignore the nagging question. Why wasn't she doing the same? "I stayed because I thought that's what loyalty looked like," she said, her eyes glistening. But loyalty doesn't mean sacrificing your happiness. It doesn't mean staying in a place where you're not valued. The decision to divorce Cody had been both agonizing and liberating. It wasn't just about ending a marriage. It was about reclaiming her life. Meri knew that some fans would judge her, others would celebrate her, and many would simply wonder why it had taken so long. But for her, the timing was perfect. She had needed every moment of her journey to arrive at this point. "I want to make one thing clear," Meri said, her voice firm. "This isn't about blame. It's not about making Cody or anyone else the villain. It's about me finally choosing myself." As the video continued, Meri shared her plans for the future. She spoke of expanding her business ventures, exploring new passions, and embracing the freedom to define her own happiness. She also expressed gratitude for the lessons she had learned and the strength she had gained. For anyone out there who feels stuck, who feels like they're not enough, I want you to know this. You are enough, and it's never too late to start over. When Meri finished recording, she felt a profound sense of relief. The weight she had carried for so long seemed to lift, replaced by a quiet, steady confidence. She uploaded the video to her social media accounts and sat back, waiting for the inevitable wave of reactions. The comments poured in almost immediately. Messages of support, admiration, and even skepticism filled her feed. But what mattered most to Meri was the sense of peace she felt within herself. For the first time in years, she wasn't looking back with regret or forward with fear. She was simply present, fully inhabiting her truth. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the Utah landscape, Meri stepped outside and took a deep breath. The air was crisp, carrying the faint scent of sagebrush. She closed her eyes and smiled. This was her moment, her new beginning, and she was ready to embrace it.